All right, so here we have some little differences. We're again back doing algebra because we're actually going to solve for a variable. And so what we have to do is we have to think about this. Well, we have x plus 5x equals 48, and we're supposed to solve for the given variable. In this case, x is our given variable. So if we look at that, those are common and they have like terms. And so we have 5x plus 1x is going to be 6x equals 48. Now, how do we get 1x? Well, we have to divide by 6. So we divide both sides by the same value. And if we think about that, when we do that, we don't always show all the steps here, but that's 1 and that's 1. 6 goes in here once, 6 goes in here 8 times. And so we get x is equal to 8. Now, a lot of times when we do this, we say, okay, well, 6x divided by 6 is 1, so we just have x, and 48 divided by 6 is just 8, and so we put 8. And so we don't show all this crossing out. But if you need to do that to make sure you have everything done correctly, that's a good way to keep track of your work. That's fine. All right, now how about this one? Well, it looks like we have things on both sides and we have to simplify. So let's first take and simplify this. So what we have is basically if we write this 6 plus a negative 18 equals x minus 20. So we take the larger number minus the smaller because they're opposite signs. So 18 minus 6 is 12. And we take the sign of the larger, which is negative, and that's equal to x minus 20. Well, now we need to get rid of that 20. So how do we get rid of the 20 in this case? Well, we have to add 20 to both sides. And so when you do that, on this side we have x, and on this side we have 20 minus 12, which is 8. So two totally different equations, but they gave us both of them. It looks like the same answer. So, that sometimes happens, and we just go with it, and we don't even worry about it. So x equals 8 is our answer on this one as well. Now, on both of these, is it a good idea to check? Yeah. So before we move on, let's check and make sure our solutions are correct. So if we plug in our solution A here, 6 times 8 equals 48. Well, 6 times 8 is 48. That equals 48. So that one checks. What about this one? This is a little longer one. So we have 6 minus 18 equals 8 minus 20. Well, 6 minus 18, well, that again, we subtract off 6 from here, we get 12, and we want the negative. Here we take 20 minus 8, and again we get 12, but we need the larger sign as negative. Well, negative 12 equals negative 12, so they do check. All right, so this one we're supposed to evaluate, and again what we're doing is we're plugging in values into our expression. So m is 1, so we have 1 plus n is 2 plus 1 plus n is 2 divided by 2. All right. So what we can do is we can just kind of add them up as we go. Well, what do we know about 2 divided by 2? Well, that's the same thing as 1. So we have 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Well, here basically we're just going to add from left to right. So we're going to take 1 plus 2 is 3. So if we go down here, that's 3. And then plus 1 is 4. And then plus 1 is 5. Or we can just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we get our 5 that way as well. Okay. All right, so again, the next one, all it's doing is it's asking us to plug in those values and simplify our expression. So A is 3. So we have 3 to the third times 2 squared minus, and this is going to be 2. Okay. Well, 3 cubed and 2 squared we have to work on first because those are exponents. And for PEMDAS, remember, we do parentheses first and then we do exponents. Well, the parentheses are going to be needing the exponents to be done first. So I'm just going to do all exponents. So 3, basically we have 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So out here we have 27. And here we have 2 squared is 4 minus 2. Well, now we do our parentheses. 4 minus 2 is 2. So we have 27 times 2. And so that should give us 54. And again, if you need to take 27 times 2, that's going to be 14. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Then we get our solution of 54. Okay. All right, what about these? Well, these are back to simplifying expressions. And so we have a whole list of things, and we have to kind of figure out, add like terms, do distribution, do all that stuff. So first off, I need to get rid of parentheses. So that means we have to distribute. So that gives me negative 8x, and then we have 9 times negative 9, so that's a negative 81, and that's an x as well. And we have 9 times 9, so that's going to be plus 81. And 9 times negative 3, so that's a negative 27y. And then I have a minus 7y. All right. Well, what do? Well, we look for like terms. Well, x's are here, y's are here, and then we just have a number 81. So we have a negative 8 plus a negative 81. So basically we have a negative 89x out of those two. And here we have a negative 27 minus 7 more. So that's going to give us a minus 34y. And then we have plus 81 at the end. Okay. And again, it's just first distribution, then adding our like terms. And that's the same thing here on number 2, it looks like. And it looks like basically number 3 as well. We're going to distribute first. Now remember, when you distribute, if there's a negative out in front, make sure you distribute the negative throughout both pieces, not just one, because that's a common mistake. People take the negative 4 times that, and then they take a positive 4 times that, and that's wrong. You always want to take the negative 4 times both pieces inside. Same with the 9. So we have a negative 9 times a 6, so we get a negative 54b. And then we have a negative 9 times 5, so that's going to be negative 45. Here we have a negative 4b squared because we have b times b. And here we have a negative 4b times 3, so that's going to be a negative 12b. All right, so we do have common terms. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write it in decreasing orders of power. So we're going to take negative 4b squared first. Then we have 54 and 12. We're going to add together. So that's going to be a 66, and it's going to be negative. So minus 66b. And then we have minus 45. And so that would be our solution here. Now the last one looks like it's going to be a little more complex. We have trinomial we have to distribute through on both cases. And then after that, we have to simplify. So what do we have? We have a negative 3 times 4, so that's a negative 12. And then we have y times y squared. That's going to be y cubed. Now we have a negative 3 times a negative 6, so that's going to be a plus 18. Y times y is y squared. Here we have a negative 3 times a negative 5, so it's going to be plus 15. And then we have a y. Now here, we've got a 9 times 4, so that's a plus 36. Y cubed times y squared is y to the 5th. Now we have 9 times 7 is going to be a negative, or a negative 7, I should say, is a negative 63y to the 4th. And here we have 9 times a negative 2, so it's a negative 18, and then we have y cubed. All right, so do we have any like terms? Well, we have a y cubed here, and y cubed here, and a y squared, y fifth. So that's the only thing we have. So now we write it from decreasing orders of power. So that's going to give us 36y to the 5th, then minus 63y to the 4th. Now the y cubes are the ones we add together. So we have a 12 and an 18. So it's going to be a minus 30y cubed plus 18y squared plus 15y. And so we've done that one, that one, that one, that one, and those. And so we've got all of the items now. And so our expression that we get done with is this for the original expression with the parentheses and everything included. And that's all I have for this. So hopefully that will help you.